Okay, let's see. I thought when I hooked it up that it would definitely go to it. It's on.
I ain't want to have to do it to him, Sims.
What? Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Okay.
Y'all ready? I think we got everything all set.
Okay. Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Oh yeah.
Corsicana, Texas. Let's get ready to go. Welcome to another episode of the Burning Coals podcast. I am your show host. I am the point guard, the quarterback. I go by the name of Mr. Know-It-All. And I got some special friends and I got some special people with me. I got the the power forward with me. She goes by the name of Educated Queen. She's with me. I also got with me the shooting guard, the gentleman Jamal. He's in the house with us. And also I got the center. We call him the cap, the big fella in the middle. Go by the name B-Dub, Bougie Weirdo. Yes, indeed. Let's go with it, y'all. Let's go. So, where did Educated Queen go? She's still here? Y'all haven't seen her here yet?
Uh-oh. I saw she was there. Did she dip out?
Yeah, she dipped in and dipped out. Educated Queen, you there? Well, I tell you what, until she get in, we're going to go ahead and roll with it. So, fellas, gentleman Jamal, tell us how you got, what's going on with your day today? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing very, very well. Just got in. I just got back from Mexico, so I still got a little bit of a swimmer's ear. So, like, I'm
right.
like, dang, I ain't no swimmer's ear in forever. But yeah, man, I'm doing good. It's good to be here.
Right.
Let's do this. I'm ready.
Let's do it. Let's ready to rock and roll. Bougie Weirdo, how's your day going so far, my guy?
Oh man, blessed and highly favored, brother.
Man, I hear you. Blessed and highly favored. Hey, you know. Oh man, okay. Congratulations with that. Congratulations. When is the baby due? B-Dub?
October 15th.
Okay, October the 15th. Oh man, I know you. Oh man, that's a. Hey man, kids are a blessing. It's a blessing to have, bring littles in the world, man. So man, congratulations to you and your lady, and that's a beautiful thing, that my friend. Beautiful thing.
Thank you. Educated
Queen, you there? I guess she's gonna take a little minute before she get on. So the Burning Coals podcast. So what if you have not subscribed yet? Make sure you guys go subscribe to the Burning Coals podcast. We on all social media platforms. You can check us out on YouTube, Facebook. You can check us out on Twitter, Twitch, all those different platforms. And we do live recordings on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we do live recordings. So you don't want to miss none of that. Make sure you tell a friend, family, and a neighbor to know exactly where to go for the live content. So we're gonna be coming in. We're gonna be coming in hot, with no breaks neither. So we're gonna do some content, come out the top turnbuckle, and we're gonna get straight into it. So I'm looking forward to that and definitely excited for that as well. But we do with the Burning Coals podcast, we have topics, hot topics that we talk about, and we also talk about. Oh, the light just went out. And we also talk about current events as well. So we are definitely looking to move forward with that, and looking forward to that in the future with great content and awesome content and topics that we're gonna definitely bring. So we're gonna move forward with the show. Jim and Jamal, you there?
Yo.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move forward with the show until EQ gets set up. So today's topic, you guys are ready for this? Today's topic.
Let's do it.
What we have, let's go. So today's topic, we're going to go ahead and talk about a hot topic that was trending for a few months ago with our brother, Kevin Samuels. Although he's no longer with us, rest in peace, Kevin Samuel, but there was something that that his platform, he built a great platform and a great following when in regards to expectations in our relationship, and in relationships with a man and a woman. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hit those topics, and we're gonna talk about that, and hopefully everybody that's paying attention or watching or tuning in, you guys can definitely put some input on it as well, and we'll definitely read your comments and things like that or whatnot. So we're gonna go ahead and move forward with that. So the question I asked you, gentlemen, here, and Educated Queen, when you definitely get on, why is that subject when it comes to talking about unrealistic expectations in a relationship when it comes with a man and a woman, especially in our community? Why is that? Oh, Educated Queen, there you are. You with us? Yeah, there she is. We can't hear you.
Oh,
you gotta put
okay. There we go. Can y'all hear me?
There we
now?
go.
We can hear you very well.
So sorry. My laptop giving me the Corsicana blues, but hey, the Educated Queen is here, like promised with my tardiness, But
No,
I'm
you
here.
fine. You fine. So we was getting ready to jump into the topic of conversation. Okay.
All
I was
right.
asking the question was, why is that an uncomfortable conversation to have when it comes to unrealistic expectation when it comes to the women and men in our communities? Why is it why is that a topic of conversation that sometimes we want to overlook or we don't want to have?
Well, first of all, people don't want to be exposed. I mean, especially when they have hidden motives. You know what I'm saying? Because if I come into a relationship with unrealistic expectations, I'm not going to tell a man what my plan is or what my motive is. I mean, that's why it's it's a motive. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people just, don't know how to have relationships. I don't think it's so much that it's an uncomfortable conversation. Well, it is. But some people just don't know how to have relationships. We don't take time to allow things to develop. That's the biggest problem issue.
Right.
Yeah, help me out, Mr. Sims. I know you ready to chime in. Look at that face on the screen.
Listen. And I mean, everything you said, I definitely agree with that 1,000%. But I'm gonna B-Dub. You got something to say about that one?
Yeah, I think EQ touched on it. Like I would just say it like this: we don't date no more.
No.
That's what it is.
Mhm.
We go from he looked fly and got an Hermes belt and she got a nice butt, and then 2 hours later we at the room, and that's just what it is. Like people don't date anymore to really go through those steps to get to learn the person. Because one thing that people say all the time, I have conversations, male or female, they say, man, she lied. She made it seem like she was this way, that way, and she was different. And women definitely say that, especially after the kids are born, like, well, he wasn't like that when he was together. Then after the baby and this and that, it's like, nah, they was like that. You just didn't vet them out. Y'all just jumped straight from A to Z. You skipped all them alphabets in the middle. That's what really happened. And now you find out after the fact.
That's true. That's so true. I think, people, we don't, one thing one of my old pastors said, and it made a lot of sense. He said, when you're dating, you got to date people in every season of their life. Men tend to look at women, the exterior, I guess, they see fine. Women, I guess, we look at stuff. We don't look at, morals, values. We don't look past the exterior. We look at money. Right, you're right. I saw you up there, gentleman Jamal. Yeah, we look at money, but money can't buy love. Money can't buy happiness. We look at stuff, and stuff is the reason why most relationships don't make it to the next level. Stuff is the reason why most marriages. Man, let me have some of that. You ain't got to be flashing, gentleman Jamal. You see what I'm
Right?
saying?
Spread the
You
love, bro.
see what I'm saying?
Love.
Spread the love.
Yeah, express on that love this way. That's right. That's right. That's
So,
right.
Stuff is the reason why we end up in divorce court, because we and then we even hide in relationships. We lie. We hide behind lies in relationships. We hide behind these fronts and these facades instead of just being honest. We're adults. We in our 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever. We ain't got no business lying to each other. Be honest with me. If it's a one night stand that you're looking for, let that be known. If it's a long-term relationship you're looking for, let that be known. Respect goes a long ways.
It does. I agree with 1,000% EQ. It does go a long way. Jim and Jamal, you want something? You got something to add on that, my brother?
Now, I mean, she's spot on. Guys, obviously, guys are primary physical creatures, right?
Mhm.
A guy isn't gonna know how educated, smart, and all good heart you are when we meet you. Looking physical first, primarily. Then we learn everything else after. Women, they look for other things. They may be looking at what he may be holding first. I'm not saying they don't look for nice looking guys, but they looking at shoes, they looking at what he's driving, maybe what he's wearing, how he's smelling. Guys, we don't be looking at none of that. We just looking, she cute, she fine, that's gonna get you in there. Then everything, it kind of falls apart after that. But that's kind of the intro.
Right.
Go out there. I won't go too far past that, but we in the beginning, so
Right. Absolutely. And plus, I've also seen it where, you can see, guys will have, like you said earlier, Jim and Jamal, guys can be, he can be like a millionaire or have a whole lot of money. And he will go and deal with the woman who basically, who maybe don't have anything or have way more less than him. And he'll go out and start dating that particular woman. But when the roles will reverse, if a woman, that's just not out of her league. That's out of her league for her to be worth all this money that she has. But she will not. I've never seen it. I've never seen it to where a woman that has a whole lot of money or has a whole lot of material things or possessions, that she's not going to deal with a blue collar working type of guy. I've never seen that whatsoever. So it's mind boggling how that works. I'm getting some feedback on my end here.
it's two windows open at the
I
bottom.
changed that. So
Okay.
laptop. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Take the other one off because it's going echoing.
Feedback.
Yeah, we got feedback here.
Oh yeah, guys don't typically. Most guys, I don't want nobody saying, "Well, this one guy." Okay, we get it. There's always a few, but typically, guys are not looking at a woman and asking her how much she's making, or how. We typically are not asking those kind of questions from women. What's your level of education? How much you make? All of those stuff. What kind of car you drive? I've never seen dudes meet a chick and be like, "Well, how much money do you make?" No, we don't do that.
No, that's
and we'll figure all that other stuff out later. But we're talking about, well, she may look this way, but she got a good heart. He don't know that. We're still, we're in the beginning. We don't know all of that in the beginning. But you can't fault us for that because that's how we program. This is where y'all program to look for whatever y'all look for. It's not a right or wrong. It's just men are designed the way, women designed the way. So if we accept that, we'll be better off. We arguing over stuff that's natural to us, right? Like you can't. That's just how we are. That's how it's. I don't know how you fight that.
right. Absolutely. B-Dub, you got something else with it?
That's important. Yeah, no, what Jamal just said, especially that last part, is very important. People got to understand there's nothing wrong with that. Because the physical, he hit it right on the head. When I see you, all I know is how you look. And I think men, we kind of step by step with it. She looked like somebody I want to be with, so I'm going to go holler.
Right.
Then once I holler, then you can go on a couple of dates and then you get to know her. Then you can say, okay, well, she's kind of cool. I think I might want to go a little bit longer with her, and so on and so forth until it's time to go to Jared. Whereas, like I said, women ain't got time to waste. She trying to find out on day one, can you secure me financially, physically, emotionally? What can you do? How can you make me whole or whatever? And so I think sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. Like I said, especially nowadays, because we don't really date anymore in the traditional sense. It's just we just jump into situationship after situationship. At least for the single people out there, I ain't gonna worry about that. I'm telling you, I be paying attention. Hey man, listen, the dating scene right now, I think is helping a lot of marriages. Because this is a secret that nobody tells you in marriage. I probably get divorced about 6 times a year in my head. But then I think about what's out there. I was like, you know what? We probably gonna go ahead and work this out. It ain't that crucial. It
It,
just ain't that crucial.
right. If you married, man, stay married. You ain't missing out nothing. Hey. In fact,
Baby.
hey. If you go home, you go on your stairs, you see another man in your bed, just go on downstairs and tell your old lady I owe you one. All right, and we gonna leave it at that. We ain't go. Yeah, we ain't gonna go. We ain't finna break up. We ain't finna do none of that whatsoever, man. Cause you right, Bougie Widow, B-Dub, you right. It ain't nothing.
It's hard out there.
It is hard out here, man. It ain't nothing going on out here. It ain't nothing going on out here at all. It seemed like everybody, they put on this mask, and I thought COVID was over with, but people still got their mask on now. Yeah, man, people still got their mask on, and they can be whoever they want to be. If it's on social media, if it's on dating sites, whatever it is, they can be who they want to be, and they put this big facade up. And the sad part about it is, you don't invest it, some time into trying, and I'm talking about both people, not just, one individual. I'm talking about both people. You done invested some time in trying to cut through all the stuff that you think you can, that you want to cut through. But next thing you know, man, you're like, man, I don't invest all this time in this person, and it's not even it's not even what my expectations are, But you don't put in a lot of time with that. So I agree with everything you said, my friend. EQ, you got something?
Yeah, she said stay married.
Stay married. Oh, okay. So let me. So hold on, EQ. Yeah, your feedback is on that one. So here I'm gonna pose this next question, fellas. What do you think? What do you guys think is the spearhead? What contributes to these unrealistic expectations in these different relationships when it comes with a man and a woman? What you think something contribute to this?
I think so.
Double check your phone. Make sure you disconnect.
Okay, she got okay.
Yeah, she'll get it straight down.
All right. I think right now social media is driving relationships. Technology is, like nowadays. There was a time when a blind date was a true blind date, right? You couldn't go and look at somebody's social media page and see what they look like. You have to meet a chick, see a chick, go actually say something to her, and ask her for a number. Now they just scroll through, swipe left, swipe right. You get to see her and all. Somebody hooking you up with somebody. What's your Snap? What's your Instagram? What's your whatever?
Right.
You get to look. No, back then you had y'all remember the phone lines, the chat lines?
Right.
Bunch of y'all. You just on the phone with a bunch of people, and you didn't have no idea what they look like. You had to actually go up somewhere and see what they look like, and you hope that person was attracted to you and you was attracted to that person, whatever. And you had to have a conversation. When you went to meet somebody, you actually had to walk to the door and knock on the door, ring the doorbell, and hope that a father or brother or somebody didn't come there, a big sister didn't come to the door trying to check you. Now they just like meet me here, I'm outside, call, text, whatever. So we lost a lot of true social skills with the advent of social media and technology. So you can meet you can have now people got long distance relations, have whole relationships, never physically seeing each other. So that's the biggest, if you think when we were a lot younger to now, it's big. Like, no, you get to see, and like you said, know it all. What you get in real life, there's the level of disappointment, there's the deception, and there's the conflict.
Right.
I want to add to what he's saying, if I may. But sometimes we find all that out after we find out who that person is on social media, who the real person is, even after a few days, and we realize this is not who I want, this is not who I thought this was. But we'll still sit there and entertain it, prolonging it as if something is gonna change, as if that person is gonna change. Money doesn't change people. Sex doesn't change people. Relationship status doesn't change people. I mean, that's why I say you gotta date people in every season of your life. And yes, sometimes as women, probably women more so than men, we come at men with these unrealistic expectations because we're looking for security, we're looking for love, we're looking for emotional stability, we're looking for relationship status. But at the same time, me personally, I'm not gonna sit there and entertain something that I know it's not going anywhere. My time is too precious to sit there and waste.
Right,
But
right,
so that's a
absolutely.
big issue with relationships and failed relationships.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. BW, you got something?
Nah, I completely agree, man. Completely agree. Um, I think, yeah, I think social media definitely kind of destroyed the dating scene because there's so much fakeness on there that people think. Because like nowadays, and this kind of on topic, off topic, but you got so many young people out there that's taking their lives because they feel so much pressure. Because social media tell you if you ain't a millionaire by the time you're 22, your life is trash. And it's the same way with dating. You got a lot of people out there faking these relationships, faking, that it's so great and wonderful and this and that. And so you got a lot of people thinking that that's what they supposed to have, and if they can't find it, man, what's going on? But the reality is that's just not how life works. Like Jamal was saying, like it's a process. You gotta meet, you gotta go through the steps, and you gotta meet this person in real life. You get to know them and whatever. And sometimes you're gonna meet people that's not worth your time. To touch on what EQ said, you gotta know when to detach and let go. It's okay. We try to force relationships to work, but if you date a little bit and you invest a little time in this person and it's not showing to be fruitful, you gotta cut bait and be like, okay, ain't nothing wrong with that, ain't nothing wrong with me, ain't nothing wrong with you, but this ain't working, so I'm gonna step. That's it. And I think people will do that, try way too hard to make relationships work that just ain't working.
Right. I agree 1,000% with everything you said, B Dub.
Well, I will say this now: if we keep it all the way a buck, one thing EQ said. Now, money and sex and all that you're right. That doesn't keep you, but it dang sure make you stay longer than you probably should have. We're gonna be honest. We're gonna keep it all the way a
Facts.
buck.
Facts.
It's like, man, I should have been left her, but I should have
Yeah.
been left him. You playing it back like he was taking care of things and she was putting it down, and that kind of clouded your judgment. Let's keep it honest. It may not keep you there the long term, but it dang sure will keep you sitting there longer than you probably should have.
Well,
Man,
but
That is true. That is true.
and I was going to tie that up into like social media and what EQ said as well, because when you look on social media or you look on TV at some of these television shows that's out there, you always see some of these some women and men that's dating each other or have a relationship with each other, what's the name of the show, like Love and Hip Hop, and I mean, you name them. It's a bunch of trash out there, man. It's a bunch of trash out there that our young folks are addicted to. And like you said, gentleman Jamal, I've even seen on the shows myself where on these reality shows that they'll talk about the sex, and they'll talk about the money, and they talk and they exploit this to something that's big and powerful, and it's a big deal or whatnot. And that's what our young youth are actually watching and trying to learn who they are and learn how to date from watching some of these reality shows that's on social media. If it's not
Right.
TikTok, if it's not YouTube, Facebook, you name it, we got a bunch of stuff out there that's teaching these young folks or teaching us how to date each other. And I think right there with that kind of mindset and some of the stuff that's going on out there, whatever, we it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because I see exactly where this is going in the future. And I have a daughter, I have a daughter, and then I have sons as well. And I feel bad. I feel horrible for him, whatever, because in the future, man, the dating scene is like it's going to get worse and worse and worse. What y'all think about that? The dating scene in the future. How you guys think the dating scene in the future going to look like? I asked that question there.
I think it's definitely gonna get
This is
worse
why
in the
we have
short term. I do think, like most things, it'll rebound.
oh,
Oh, go ahead, Queen, go ahead.
probably won't even exist.
Say it again now, EQ. You broke up.
No, go ahead. You're right.
EQ, say it again. B-Dub, you there?
Oh,
Yeah.
hear me?
It's a little.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit of a lag.
We can hear you.
I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Okay, I don't know. Oh, what's going on with my tech? No, I was just saying, it's gonna get worse. I feel like it is.
EQ. I think you got something going on. I think you have two apps open, so you got to close one of them.
I got my laptop. It's off, so I just have my phone on.
You got two screens here showing.
Yeah, you got two screens. Yeah. If you close one of them.
Okay.
I won't say it's better or worse. Know it all. I would say this. That's the evolution. You understand when our grandparents or whatever great grandparents were dating, it was under different circumstances, right? It was out of necessity. They needed to be together financially. They needed to bank all these kids to tend the land, right? There was a time where women couldn't work, and they needed all these children to tend the land, but somebody had to take care of the kids and tend to them. That has evolved. Women are working. Women are educated. Women are producing just like men are. Technology is different. It's no financial need like it used to be, right? A woman would stay with a guy because she couldn't work and she needed him. Now she's working, she don't need him like that financially. I mean, we need each other no matter what, but I'm saying back then it was a different need. It was a living need. It was it's different now. So when you say it's better or worse, I don't want to, because then I don't want to like dump in on the younger generation. This is the world that they were handed. They got to exist in it. Right. And it's just things are faster, right? There's no phone books. There's no encyclopedias. They Google everything. They can Uber everywhere. Remember, we had to ask somebody to give us a ride, take a bus, ride a bike. They just get on their phone, and it's a car gonna pick them up and take them to wherever. You meet a bunch of people. You got video chat, right? You should. That's a side note. If you're getting catfished in 2022, you deserve it.
Right.
They losing social skills though. Like if you ask like a young cat, just walk up and spit chick you never met, they wouldn't know what to do. Because they're not used to that. They just, I see you, let me get in her, hop in her DMs or whatever. Or like I said, you get on a date. This is the thing about dating apps. It puts you, that's less work. You put your profile up and you're going to be seen by, 10,000 people without having to do any work. You want to meet 10,000 people. When you came up, you had to talk to 10,000 people. See what I'm saying? No, they just put their profile up and let all the little comments and likes and all the interests come in, and then you kind of vet them out. So it makes the world smaller. So it has its benefits, I guess, but with that comes the negative part, which I said is the loss of real social skills. And we actually have to, dating somebody, as we are dating somebody, living with somebody, not even the same.
Nope. Not
even the same. Actually talking to him, spending like time with him, man, I can be whatever. We so cool over this, over the phone, over laptop, and I see every now and again, easy. Be with that person day to day, no. A lot harder. No, a lot harder. So anyway, it's just the evolution of dating. I won't say it's good or bad. This is just where we at. And the younger generation, this is what they have
So-
to deal with, and that's what they got to navigate.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get worse. I definitely think it's gonna get worse. But I
So,
will say
Gentleman
this:
Jamal,
I do agree
where's the
with one thing. I don't I don't necessarily blame it on the youth. We're victims of society and technology and where we
Right.
are, and I think it's a feeling out process
Right.
because, like you said, so from a guy's perspective, you live in a town. Each town got only but so many baddies, quote unquote baddies. So that's if you want to shoot your shot at a baddie, you got a limited resource, and if they shut you down, they shut you down. So now you got to step down and go to the average looking chicken. If you ain't getting no play, you know what I'm saying. You got to keep working your way down. But now it's a numbers game because you can get on Instagram and you can reach out to baddies all across the world, and you never know. You might catch one on the right day, right time, and okay, she give you a little play and hit you back in the DMs and it's on and popping. So that made the guys lazy because it has become a numbers game because you can really just get on social media, and again, like we talked about earlier, you can fake on social media. You could be whoever you want to be and make up whatever kind of life you want to make and put it out there, and you have access to so many more women. At the same time, from the female side of it, and I won't speak too much about it. I don't want to try. Oh, you can't tell, but this is just my opinion that because now women saying goes, you only get so much attention from so many men. Now you can thirst trap. You throw a picture up there and get 10,000 likes, and it boosts your ego. And women are perfectionists at hitting them angles, getting the what they call it, the contouring and all that good stuff.
Yes.
So you post the right picture and with the right edit, and you got 10,000 likes, and now your ego is boosted up. So now you got women feeling like, oh, I'm too good for you. I'm too good for you because I get so many likes. But in reality, you take off the filters and the makeup and look at her straight on without that turn, without that angle. Just like, and I'm gonna leave that right there. I ain't gonna. But I do think eventually we'll figure this thing out and it'll kind of even out and it will get better.
It'll evolve. It always evolves. So
yeah,
I won't say it get worse. It just that's the way it is now, unfortunately. And it looks different from us than the kids who came up in it, right? They used to this. So
what are you saying?
What you got, EQ? You ready?
EQ, you want to say something?
But
yeah.
Wait, which one? You got
EQ.
Screen
there, Mrs.
We got two Mr. Sims up here.
EQ.
I said Mr. Sims kind of reaching. He's reaching a little bit.
Mr.
Sims on the bottom of my
me.
screen. Bougie weirdo. Huh? Can y'all hear me?
Oh, correct me. Correct me. What I say wrong?
Can you hear me? No, I said you was reaching with all this contouring and don't. No, you didn't say nothing wrong. I'm just telling the fellas a secret with the contouring and all that. Right. You need to mind your business. Stay in your lane. No, you're right, and I do agree. I do agree. So
Social media that's why I rather meet people in person. I don't do dating apps. I don't do, blind dates. I want to meet you in person. And I don't mind a man seeing me without my makeup on. I don't mind for a man to see me who I'm looking when I'm at home chilling. Because like I said, that goes back to dating people in every season of your life. And, brothers I tell brother all the time, look here, if this ain't what you want, hey, spread your wings and fly. I understand. But most people ain't transparent like that. But I like to see people in person because, there are filters on Facebook. Women can have, they got filters that can make you look, 10 years younger or make you look like you don't have any blemishes. And see, that goes back to those unrealistic traits and things like that. So, social media is the devil.
So, but Mr. Sim, don't be talking about contouring and stuff.
I'm in my business. Going on.
I got all the secrets because I'm behind the scenes. I get to see it live in person. So,
oh man! And then when you see it on social media, or when you see the the videos and the TikToks and the twerking and the YouTube videos and you see I've seen a bunch of guys out there that's just I mean they even some of the guys that you see on these sites whatever they make it you just want to just sock them in the face, man, because you see some of these guys lead some of these women thousands and thousands and thousands of responses and trying to get this woman attention. I've seen dudes talk about money in this, these people DMs and these people, videos and so on and so forth, or whatever. So let me ask you this question, y'all, because the dating scene right now, what's the ratio of women to men now? Because the men it's few far between now because the women are I think at one point it was like what 8-1. And now it was what, like 12, 14, 15 to 1 man. So the competition out there, I think you can probably be an average guy and, pull who you want to pull the way it's looking with these women out here. Because these women out here, especially in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, listen, these women out here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, these women don't care if you are married. They don't care if you are, got a girlfriend. Hey, they want a man just to say they got a man. And I've seen it with my eyes personally. With they knowing this guy's in a situation or he's married and got a woman, but they don't care. They want to say they got a man. So tell me, guys, what you guys think about that type of incident, or you guys are familiar with that type of situationship that's going on there.
Fellas, put your crowns on.
and cock it to the side too, because you can show cock it to the side if you want to.
Gentleman Jamal, you so messy. You so messy. Well, Mr. Know-It-All. So, okay.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, you probably gonna get me jumped on this one. That's when women do stuff like that, you relaxing your standards, sis. At the end of the day, you are relaxing your standards. You don't mind being chick number 3, number 4, number 5. You relaxing your standards. You settling at that point. Yes, I know.
Just be number 5 and be 0. Yeah.
You know what? I'm sick of you. You stop it. But but come on now. I mean, there's
y'all
somebody
shared
for
it
everybody.
anyway. Ooh, did I say that?
Stop. See, you messy. You finna start some mess on these comments. I'm finna get off of here because you messy. But at that point, I mean, you don't. That's settling. That's relaxing your standards. I'm sorry, but if you know that them alone, ain't nothing.
Well, let me. Steve Harvey.
Not gonna leave her for you.
Steve Harvey said otherwise. Ooh, did I say that?
Okay, but how many times have Steve?
Yeah, but he left this chick for the side chick. So the side chick y'all hang in there. Y'all.
But you gotta also forget.
But we gotta be careful who we take our advice from. Also, you messy, gentleman, you so messy.
Isn't that true though? Oh, my bad.
Messy, who you messy?
Hey, but no. On some real though, we being funny and Gentleman Jamal, we clowning, but that is some truth in that too, because women like to use the unicorn as the example instead of the rule, like, because every chick know that one chick that was the side chick and the husband actually did what he said he was gonna do and left the wife and took the side chick, and because it happened at one time for that one chick, however long ago, all these other chicks are willing to stand in line and wait their turn and hope that it's gonna happen to them. And it ain't.
It ain't.
It's just not.
It ain't.
That was the exception, not the rule.
That's definitely the exception, not the rule.
So
what women need to understand that
when you're married. So let me ask y'all this. So look.
You breaking up. Say it again.
Hello?
Yeah, can you breaking up? Go ahead. We can hear you.
I'm breaking.
We hear you now.
I said, but what happens
when the man?
Right when you get to the part, it goes.
Okay.
And he leaves the married wife, or the wife,
For the side chick, and then the side chick. Okay, so what happens when the man is married? And
he leaves the wife for the side chick, and then the side chick get old. You gonna go to see, I'm sick of you. You just miss it. See, there you go. So what happens? Because that chick gonna get old too. Things gonna happen in that relationship too. You gonna bust them all
What's
down.
gonna happen is he's gonna be a miserable man, but
You know what? It's
What do you say?
you know
What do you say? What you say? Be
he's
done.
gonna be a miserable man. That's too much. That's too much drama.
it is. I agree with that,
Yeah,
and I think
a man values peace above everything. He don't want all that.
Yep.
He want to have his fun, but he don't want all that drama. He likes peace.
and you know what? And it's like you said, it's about peace. And the older you get, and because a mature man, you know, little boys play games like that and do little stuff like that. Well, I don't care how old they think they are. You can be 60, you know, 60 plus years old, and you still doing a little, you know, playing games and stuff like that, whatnot. You really not mature mental wise, whatnot. But if you're a mature man, you ain't got time trying to spend all that energy and all that effort, you know, with multiple type of women. They're just, you know, mature men ain't trying to do that. Like you said, peace. A mature man wants some peace.
It's too much drama.
And it's too much drama that comes with trying to, you know, juggle and play in the field with, you know, different women and so on and so forth and whatnot. You know, we want peace. Mature man ain't got no time for that. Mature man is on something totally different. And I believe for a fact that, you know, the way that mature man moves, it's almost like we playing chess at this age. You know, when you mature, you ain't playing no checkers. It's chess. You know, you got to every move that you make, it's a strategic move that you put a lot of thought into. Huh?
Very calculated.
You're very calculated, and you know for a fact you ain't got time to be trying to make no horrible moves playing that, you know, playing chess, because that game can be over with just like that, and we understand that. A mature man does. Immature boys, no, you know, they get the ripping and running and all that or whatever, and chasing their tail and so on and so forth and whatnot. So yeah, we ain't got time for that. No.
What you
You guys,
What you got to say, EQ?
I think she broke. I think she EQ there. You ready? Can you say something?
I'm just listening. I'm just absorbing all this. But
Okay.
Can you hear
Comments.
me?
Let's know now. We got some comments.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to read the comments now. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Andre, he said, "What good, family? Come on, Mr. Frost. You got to get a better chain than that, man. That chain is weak." Dre said, "You got to get another
You
chain."
need one of them A&D, baby.
You need one A&D chains. That's what he's saying.
Tell him, go hook me up water. I'll pick whatever.
Okay.
Cowboys though, no Philly. Don't do that Philly.
Yeah. So Tanisha Chapman says, "Hey cousin, tuning in." Jonte Manning said, "Hey cousin." Jonte Manning also say, "Houston Texan in the building. You dig?"
Yes, sir.
Jonte Manning also said, "I was looking at an T.I. stand up the other day. He said we need to look for somebody with can be with at our worst times." That's a great comment there, Jonte. Great comment.
Right.
Brooklyn Betty says society expectations is for the man to be the breadwinner. That's facts. Brooklyn Betty. She also says
protect, provide. That's what we know. Go ahead.
That's it.
Brooklyn Betty also says social media plays a big role in the dysfunction of relationships. Facts. Brooklyn Betty. And Angela Denise.
Facts, yeah.
Angela Denise says, "I believe the lack of social skills will hurt dating in the younger generation the most." Those are facts.
Talk to her.
But if you don't have any social skills, go ahead.
Oh, even I watch young kids, teenagers high school kids interact with each other. The boys don't even know how to approach the girls. They push them, they slap box with them. And I'm like, that ain't how you get her number. And what's your IG name? They don't know the girl's real name, but they can tell you her IG name or her Twitter name.
What up, bro?
Yeah, bro. They'll call me
That right there.
Oh, that bro stuff, don't call me bro. Like I tell them, you can't call me bro because
Your mama,
I know your mama. Your mom, I know your mama's mama. But I watched the interaction, and I know the question was posed earlier. What will dating be like in the future? It's gonna be scary because these kids don't even know they don't even know each other's names. I be like, what's your girlfriend's name? I don't know. Her snap name is Lil Bootylicious or something like that. You see what I'm saying? What is that? It's
right.
We definitely got to work for it. It's crazy.
But I agree with you. I agree with you on that EQ. But I say it's going to be scary as well because it's not even the youngsters, but it's the old heads too. Old heads out here lost, completely lost, and we lead these kids to a path of destruction.
They lost by choice.
Say it again.
Old heads lost by choice. They know better.
Man, yeah, they know. Right. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they know. They do know better, but they continue. It's like the cycle is just continue to keep going with some of the old heads, man. And it's scary. Old heads got it. They got everything all messed up out here, man. You see it on, like I said, you see it on social media. You see it everywhere. Go ahead, B-Dub, you there?
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's because we kind of living in a reverse society right now. The old heads ain't teaching the youngsters. The youngsters teaching the old heads. They on social media. You see it. You see the mamas trying to outshine the daughters. The daddies trying to outshine the sons, and everybody want to be Insta famous and all this stuff. So it's like that's really part of the problem right there too. Instead of the older people leading the younger people and showing them and giving them some direction. They too busy trying to compete with them and trying to recapture their youth.
Right. Instead of just sitting down somewhere, sit on the sidelines and teach the youngsters. Right. Yeah, like you said, you out there competing and you out there trying to, put on some skinny jeans at you. Right. You out there putting on skinny jeans at 40 plus years old and think you're doing something, man.
Crazy.
Looking mad stupid, man. Yeah, I wish I would get a pair of skinny jeans and rock them suckers, man. You crazy? You lost your everlasting mind. I'm gonna put some skinny jeans on, man. No, can't do it.
You better not.
Yeah, your junk and all that, showing all over the place, and your skin jeans and tight. Come on, man. That ain't for no. Listen, fellas. If you out there doing that now, pay attention to Mr. Know-It-All. All right, okay. I'm gonna let you know something. You look goofy, man. Don't get out there. You look like melted ice cream on a cone. Don't go out there and do that. That's a big L. Women don't like that, man. Get out them skinny jeans. If you over the age of 20, I say you're 20 and under, okay, you might be good. But anything over 20, leave that alone. It ain't you no more. You gotta step your game up, and you gotta be an adult now. Get out them skinny jeans. Get out of them. Everybody just got something to add on that? I'm sorry, I just went out on a rant, man. But I just thought about these old cats out here, man. It's ridiculous.
Listen. If the old heads can still pull it off, let them do
I don't be dating no 50.
Shout out to the hoochie daddies, man. Quit hating on them hoochie daddies.
But these old heads, the ones out here.
I ordered my hoochie daddy shorts yesterday.
I'm just being honest. It's too much. You play too much.
I quit hating. Love.
Kill it. Knees be out, ass out here trying to work.
Burn them all.
Wait a minute now. They can pull it. Trying to get in the skinny jeans, man. Quit hating, man.
Nah, you look goofy, man. You're old head and you trying to be young, and trying to fit them skinny jeans like that, man. It's just something just not. I can't rock that, man. I never was with that. When they started doing it, I just like, man, these guys look goofy doing that, man. And then don't try to mix in a sag or something like that with it, man. You look goofy. You look all the way around goofy. I know some cats like that, man. And I was like, man, you just don't know, man. Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta talk to my fellas real quick. Because I'm gonna say, like you said, if you 20 or older, and I give you at least to 25, because you gotta throw the college kids in there. So I say 25 and older, regardless of what you look like, skinny jeans is a no-no. But listen, my brothers, my boys, my big boys, that's not for us. Especially the ones out here built like a box Chevy, bro. That is not for us big fellas at all. Take off these tight shirts, take off these jeggings, skinny jeans, whatever you want to call them, bro. That is not for us. We can't. Everybody can't be the same. Even the guys that's skinny that can pull it off, I still don't like it. But especially for the big guys like us, man,
fitted is
cut
okay.
that mess
Fitted.
out.
It's a difference.
Cut it out.
Fitted and skin is two different things.
Yes, I agree.
You wearing big baggy old bugle boy jabots now. Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought looked like Michael Jordan, huh?
Big baggy hoop right now. Come on now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, whatever is your lane, stay in your lane. But when that shit be squeezing you in, that's a violation.
Right. So let me
wearing waist trainers and you got guys getting like the surgeries now. That's the thing now.
So let me bring it back because we just kind of got off track there a little bit with the whole jeans and whatnot. But let me get back on track with this, okay?
Y'all wearing weave too.
Say it again, huh? What'd you say, EQ?
She said we be wearing weaves now.
Oh yeah, it's a whole lot of stuff that we do to try to enhance ourselves.
Equality.
Go ahead.
Equality.
No. Time out. Flag on the play.
Nah.
Women wear fake hair. Women get to wear fake hair, eyebrows, lashes. Right? They get the BBL. Right? They eyes. They get the light, whatever that boat with all this stuff. Now the fellas start to get fellas, if y'all can pull it off, you get you a Nipsey. You get you a beard. What was that? Young Jock had that fake beard. They was Don't get mad, ladies. Y'all been doing this for decades. Now, fellas.
Exactly. Equality, baby.
It's so messy.
Equality.
No.
We want equality. No, y'all want equality.
No. I don't want my dude walking around with no extensions, no braids and dreads. No, sir. No.
Oh, so he can say that though.
Huh?
Hold on, but can he say the same thing?
I don't wear weaves, so
Right.
but I don't want my
No, not you.
Oh.
No. I'm just not saying you personally, but can a guy say, I don't want a woman with anything that she wasn't naturally born with now? Y'all would crucify him. Okay, so everybody has a preference.
Some men do say that.
They do. Some guys want natural.
Right.
Okay. As long as it's like you said, if we're gonna be equal, let's be equal.
Ain't nothing wrong with listen, man. Y'all could be happy. Have y'all matching them little styrofoam mannequin heads. You got one on your nightstand. He got one on his nightstand. Come on, hang them up.
You make sure good. She makes sure you make sure hers straight.
Yeah. So okay, so let me pose this question. Okay, because I want to get a. Let me pose this question, okay? Because I want to get us back on track with this this Kevin Samuels thing. I want to touch on this, okay? All right. So
to the guy.
Okay, yeah, and I, with Kevin Samuels, all right. So he had this platform that he built when he comes talking about relationships,
right?
And some of the things that he said, I agree with. Some of the things that he said, I did not agree with. Okay, and rest in peace, Kevin Samuel. Rest in peace, brother, because some things that you said out there was definitely it needed to be said, and he was right on point. And sometimes the truth hurts. I'd rather for somebody to tell me ugly truth worth over a beautiful lie anytime. All right. So let me ask you guys this, okay? With Kevin Samuels, do you guys believe, or do you guys believe that the platform that he built. Why well, I gonna say believe? Let me ask you this: did you guys have any issues with some of the things that he said on his platform? And if so, or if you did not, go into detail about that. Who gonna start that off?
Ladies
B Dub.
first.
Okay.
Um, listen to Sam. Heard like bits and pieces of what he said.
I'm glad
I didn't. I mean, but this one because
look at Jamal just up there just being
Okay.
Fair enough.
B Dub, you got something?
Well, yeah. First thing, I think it's important that people understand too, because everybody know about the blow up in the pandemic. Everybody was at home. Nobody had nothing to do but watch TV and YouTube. And he did a couple of videos that caught fire, and then the average of this video really what took him through the roof. But it's important that people understand that he started his channel back in like 2015, 2016 for
Talking about
men.
that.
And he only spoke to men, teaching men like, listen, bro, you got to elevate your game. This is what you got to do. This is how you got to dress. You got to telling them, women like to, your home to smell good. Make sure you got scented candles and all of this stuff. And he would get raw with the men way more than he did with the women. But nobody really paid attention to him until, the women started calling in like, okay, well, you teaching all these men how to be quote unquote high value. Well, how do we get those men? And to his credit, he kept it the same, just like with the men. I told you how much money you make, blah, blah, blah. So with the women, he did the same rundown, what rate yourself and this and that. And it's just that because we live in a time where women are so off limits, like you can't say nothing bad about a woman. So I think that's what caused that rush. And then it's funny because I was having a conversation, and the lady was saying, she was like, he made all that money off of bad talking women, da 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 da. And I'm like, his channel was he was on YouTube for 6 years before that happened. Y'all did that. Women started calling in, and he just was who he is. And because y'all got triggered, more women tuned in, and more women tuned in to the point that you even had Nicki Minaj trying to check him, got shut down. You mentioned Love and Hip Hop earlier. I don't know the chick, but I guess she did on Love and Hip Hop. They had a discussion, and she called herself was gonna try to check shut her down.
Yeah. She's on, I think, Black Ink or something. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the crazy part is he's just speaking facts. And that, a lot of people come on there speaking feelings, emotions. Well, I just feel like this and that. He just speaking facts. And I'm like you, Mr. Know-It-All. I agree. I definitely agree with some of the things he said, and I think it was legit. I don't necessarily agree with everything. And I would say my thing is when he say, like he's 100% correct in the fact that if you are here and you want this, it's not gonna work. Because this is what women are not understanding. They're only looking at, okay, I need a man to check my boxes. And that's great. You definitely standards are important. But you have to look within and ask yourself, okay, a person who has this, does this, what do they want? And do I check those boxes? And if there are some things that you can change to check those boxes, then definitely change it. But then there's some things you're not gonna be able to change. And the same go with men. I think men just play by the rules. A man know if I'm 5'8", ain't nothing I can do about that. But I can go out here and get a second job, a third job. I can try to make because I know women want a tall man that make money in this, but I can't do nothing about the tall. But I can go above and beyond in the money making part to try to offset it. And I think women don't necessarily do that. They just because women are in a space right now, and there's nothing wrong with it. Let me be clear, where it's like they're finding their sisterhood. So it's a lot of women supporting each other and girl this and that, and that's great. But you got to have some reality in there too. It can't just be all you're wonderful, you're great, you're perfect. You got to have some reality in there too. So that's how you get women who are socially 4s, 5s, 6s, thinking that they teens. Whereas a guy who's a 6 know good well he's a 6. And he just gonna rock out. He gonna do the best he can as a 6 and try to get as high as he can get. And if he can only get a 6 woman, then that's what it is. If he can squeeze a 7 out of there, that's great too. That's just icing on the cake. But women, I think more so are not realistic about that because. And there's a channel on YouTube, but I won't go all the way into it. But basically, the guy asked the question. He was like, "Rate yourself 1 through 10." And all the women said, "I'm a 10." And then he asked the follow-up question. He was like, "Well, do you think there's room for improvement?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I can improve. Everybody can improve. But it's like, if you're a 10, then there's no room for improvement." So it just doesn't make sense. But just to finish it up, yeah, I definitely think his channel did a lot for this discussion. I think we was already having the conversations. They just wasn't really out there. And I think he kind of caused that nationwide push of having these types of conversations. And that's also the reason why I think that eventually the dating scene is going to get better. I still think it's going to get worse in the short term, but I think because we're having these conversations, it's going to help the information get out there. It's going to help men and women start understanding each other better, so it'll ultimately get better.
Right.
I think that, well, just to piggyback off, what you said, B-Dub, is it kind of put a mirror on. Like he was clowning guys forever, taught guys a lot of stuff, clown guys way longer. If you look at the timeline, he spent more time clowning men or teaching men. I ain't gonna say he always clowned,
right.
He taught us a lot. He actually put a video like 10 things your father should have taught you. Talking about grooming, and you should have dress clothes, you should wear suits and stuff like that. He did that way before he became famous at Average at Best. Average at Best kind of took him to this other stratosphere, sure. But this is what you must understand is every woman that he was rude to, quote unquote, whatever, they called and asked him for his opinion. He gave it to you. So I don't feel sorry. Okay, do you think his delivery was always nice and all that? Maybe, maybe not. Fine. But the net of it was what? They called him. They waited in the line, a queue, to ask him a question. And he answered your question. You didn't like it? Well, guess what? None of you had to call, but you did. He gave you an opinion. He gave an opinion. Right? If you didn't like it, don't call. Now, I'm not going to call because certain people I know, if I call, they may do this or that. That's the first part. And I never preface saying I don't agree with everything he says, because who do you agree with? No one agrees with everything anyone says, especially when you talk about relationships. That's always a double-edged sword. So I will never say I agree or disagree with anything he says. What I will say is he did start the conversation and made it, he made it popular and common for us to at least have the conversation. And, at the end of the day, whether it helped or not, I say yeah, because like B-Dub said, it forced women to come together and support each other, but it also let men know you are more valuable in this dating market, in this game, than you knew. Because I had no idea the ratio of income or even men and women birth and all that. Had no clue. Because we come up, guys have always been getting talked about, Another thing, think about when we came up, guys who didn't like the whole 6 figures, 6 feet, 6-pack thing that women like. If you didn't have that, you had to be something else. Guys who didn't have, they dressed very well, or they were funny, or they did, they figured out another angle to be popular and relevant. So it wasn't like guys knew where we were like, okay, I can't get this woman because I don't look this good. I'm not this tall. I don't make this kind of money. But if I make her laugh, or if my swag is on point, if my dress is on point, that can negate some of the stuff that I'm not good at. We never complained about it. Women, you tell them, well, you're not a 10 because they're like, oh, every I'm a 10. You're not a 10. Nobody's a 10. But you figure out you got creative. Like Biggie said, I'm black, dark, ugly as ever. However, so I'm saying I'm funny. He dressed his swag. Like guys are like, well, I'm still no. He says, I know I'm not cute. I know I'm not fine. But he was funny or he had swag. Guys just like we figure out another way to get her attention. So if like I said, if anything, it's forced this conversation. It's forced a lot of other conversations. So to that end, I say it was a positive overall, and may you rest in peace.
Right. I agree with that. And what I will say on that is just from the because I've heard about Kevin Samuels. I've only seen a few of his videos, and I did not know that he started his platform off with talking about me. I didn't know that was well because when I started viewing the guy, it was all about women. And what I noticed, and this is just my observation from actually seeing his platform, that the women, like you said, gentleman Jamal, these women, they did call him up to ask him for these different questions, and when he will go into his list and ask these different women the question about themselves, the women that actually was offended about some of the things that he was saying. I mean, just from seeing them visually and listen to them talk or whatnot. I mean, he pushed some buttons because that's these women like you said, they would seem like they had some unrealistic expectation, especially from some of the things that he was saying and all the questions he was asking or whatnot. So a lot of these women that felt some kind of way about him, I mean, they were really, really upset, angry towards him, whatever, because he was spot on with some of the things that he was saying to these women. And like I told you earlier, some people don't want to hear the ugly truth. They rather hear a beautiful lie. And he was not, he didn't sugarcoat anything that he was saying and what what he was doing and the message that he was sending out there. He just didn't do it. And I have to give the brother nothing but the utmost respect for that. And like you said, because we are living in times, whatnot, where I believe that with the different conversations that, different conversations that he had and different, videos that he's done, it's his work with doing what he did. It's definitely going to be, I could see some transition and moving forward because of everything he did. So, I salute the brother for that.
Trauma. He pressed what? Getting mental. He pushed that like every show. Go seek therapy, counseling. Like we have trauma, undealt trauma we got to deal with. It was so much other stuff than the negative stuff. And again, no matter which guru expert you listen to, that was good and bad in all of them. We'll do the same with the Godfather, and we'll keep it pushing. We got some more comments.
I'm gonna read the comments now. We got Brooklyn Betty says, "Hey, now there's nothing wrong with skinny jeans." Bam Tammy 32 says, "Hello, everyone." Derek Nathan, he says, "Good evening, my black people." Already, Derek, that's classmate 97. Yes, sir. Monique Smith says, "I am loving this conversation." Well, you know what, Monique? Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Make sure you let a friend, foe, and neighbor know where to go for some of the hottest content. I told you we're gonna bring it today. Brooklyn Betty. Yeah, Brooklyn Betty says Kevin Samuels made valid points, but his approach toward women was horrible. Okay, I can respect that, Brooklyn Betty. Appreciate you for coming there. Monique's put up a thumbs up. Barbara Sims, she says the women is there to help man spiritually, physically, and financially. Amen. Okay. Facts, mama. Facts. That's my mother. Angela Denise, she says, I personally feel like Kevin Samuels helped black people understand the importance of relationships. Do you guys feel that way? Do you guys feel that he personally, do you guys feel that Kevin Samuels personally helped black people understand the importance of relationships? Would you say yes or no? Yeah or nay to that?
I say yeah.
I say yeah.
I say yeah as well. I agree with that 1,000%. Let me see here. Oh yeah, John Tate Manning said Houston, Texas in the building. You did. So let me ask you guys this before we get ready to start closing the show. Do anybody have any questions that they want to ask? Go ahead. EQ? EQ there? EQ. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and keep going. Jim and Jamal and B Dub. You guys, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? We can hear you now.
Hello?
Now we can't.
We can't hear you, EQ.
Yeah, we could for a minute.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Yes.
Now we can.
Okay. Now y'all can.
We can't hear you. Boy, EQ been fight. We can hear you.
Okay, so I have a question. I have a question. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe his approach wasn't right, but one of the
Uh-oh.
Oh Lord, can y'all hear me now? Okay, hold on.
We can only hear you when you say, "Can you hear
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you?
We can't hear you.
iPhone problems?"
us as black people,
Specifically women, and I'm not gonna say all women, but we have that a bit right.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you, EQ.
Type it in the message and we'll read it.
Right.
Type it in the message and we'll read it for you. In the chat. Put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the comments, EQ, so that way we can read your
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
we can read.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Right now.
We can't. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you're gonna have to type it in the chat. Yeah, because we can't hear you at all. So
Golly. No.
okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just go ahead and leave it to the fellas. You guys got any questions that you guys wanna put out there before we get ready to close the show?
We answered all the questions and we good on that?
Let's see here. She said Monique Smith. She just put on here saying he gave push for self-improvement. I have to agree with that. He did give push for a lot of self-improvement. He definitely did that. Yeah. And like I said, the just listen to the brother content. Yeah, he definitely did do that. He pushed for self-improvement. And yeah, he's gonna definitely go down as one of the guys who actually, put that type of content out there, because before he started pushing that content out there and made it hot as he did, wasn't nobody out there, pushing that kind of information like that at all. Because I believe, for one, either you was unknowledgeable about it, about doing it, or you was afraid to talk about, relationships. Yeah, people were terrified to talk about relationships.
You get,
and you know what else too? I just want to throw this out there. I think a lot of, especially like the men that were on social media, because we know women are the consumers. Women spend the most money, and I think there's a lot of guys out there, and I'm gonna say Derek Jackson, people like him that just want to push an agenda and tell women what they want to hear because it was profit. And the crazy part is, Kevin Samuels, he did the exact opposite. He kept it 100 with the men, same with the women, and he still ended up, where he was at ultimately before he unfortunately passed away. So hopefully that'll make more guys understand, like, hey, we can actually come out here and tell the truth and have these honest conversations and still, grow from that and do well with that. You don't have to just pander in order to get the bag. So
right.
That's what I hope come out of it.
that we
Right.
need. The men and women need each other. We don't need to be
We
always.
definitely do.
We need each other. So let's get to that.
Right, absolutely, Jim and Jamal. I'll say the same thing. We do need each other. We are men and women. We got to get rid of that, being independent type crap, that junk that they trying to push us right now. Because right now we already got a lot that we fighting right now. You got the government that's already pushed the man out of the house already, but now they trying to make sure that the man don't come back in it. You see what I'm saying? With pushing all this junk on social media, when you're pushing this junk on the television that you're watching with Hollywood and the TV shows and the radio, they are trying to eliminate our families, man. And they don't want the man to come back in the house. That's why they got this agenda, this narrative that they're pushing right now. So we have to understand that we both need each other. We both play on the same team. And if you hurt, I hurt, because we are as one. You see what I'm saying? We are as one, and we definitely need to go back to learning and needing each other and being as one, and stop letting all the nonsense and the BS try to pull us apart. Because I agree, we need each other 1,000%. Anybody got anything else to add on that?
Happy people, baby.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get ready to close the show. We're gonna get ready. I'm going to go to the part of the show where I call "giving you the bag," and basically just some quotations of quotations that we've that's going to be surrounded by the topic of conversation that we had. And the giving you the bag quotation that I come up with today is: if money is your everything, then you ain't got nothing. If money is your everything, then you ain't got nothing. That's what we give you the bag. We give you the bag. So now that you got the bag, what you gonna do with it?
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
If money is your everything, then you ain't got nothing.
That part.
Yeah. Money's your everything. You ain't got nothing. EQ, you back?
That's his goddamn money.
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Bro, this devil being ugly tonight. You don't want me to get there. Oh, but we gonna do better next time. Lord.
Hey, get your Android, baby.
I think I might have to set trip a little bit, and cross on over.
This is all Apple over here, baby.
Ain't doing it, man. But Deatrick, I did catch. I'm sorry, Mr. Know-It-All. I did catch a little bit of what you were saying about the, how they're deprogramming or trying to separate the families and all that. And you're absolutely right. And that didn't just start. That's been going on since the beginning of whenever time. That's been going on for years. And we got to wake up and see. We got to be woke to these agendas that are being pushed, because it's not just one agenda; it's agendas. So, I don't want to get into that because that's way off topic of what we've been talking about tonight. But we got to keep this family structure together by any means necessary. And that's why we got to get better at this relationship thing, because
Uh-oh. Oh. You was on the road.
Yeah, you was on the road. You was on the road, EQ. But yeah, to pretty much sum it up, she was basically saying that we got to get the family structure back solid and tight. EQ, you there? We gonna work on that mic. We gonna work on the mic and everything in the future, whatnot. But EQ, we gonna get ready to close the show out. But before we do, everybody who's that I want questions of that a few more comments on here on Facebook, so we're gonna go ahead and read them. Okay. Derek Nathan said, he just felt that Kevin kept it 100 for men and women, and he gave a thumbs up. And then Derek Nathan also says, yeah, but they're trying to feminize our men also, although that's a different subject. Man, Derek, you hit that on the head, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with that. We'll touch on that. We'll touch on that on a different time, their classmate. And then Barbara Sims says she agreed, Derek. Yep, about the feminizing men part. So she said she agreed with that.
That's gonna be a hot one.
Man, that's gonna be a good one. That'd be a good one. So before we get ready to close out, definitely got to tell you guys, we're going to be doing live streams, doing live episodes every Tuesday. Check us out, 8:00. We're going to be on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Instagram, and all the social media platforms that we can definitely get on. So definitely look out for us as well. In the future, we're going to also be doing. In the future, we also going to be doing interviews, and we're going to be doing live phone calls as well. As soon as we get those different setups, so that way you guys can tune in, also make phone calls, and we can actually interact, and talk with you guys on the platform as well. So we'll be looking out for that as well. So again, make sure you tell a friend, foe, and neighbor to know where to go, exactly where the best content is at. Because we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it pushing every Tuesday. We're going to come with the fire, and we're going to definitely get it going. But if you want to be able to send us some emails or any questions, go to the Brandon Coles podcast at yahoo.com. The Brandon Cole podcast at yahoo.com. Go there with your questions. If you want to talk to us about anything, or just give us some feedback, or give us some ratings. Anything you want to say, go to the Brandon Coles podcast at yahoo.com. And we will definitely read you, and we will definitely get back to you as soon as possible. So we sure appreciate that. Mr. Know It All here, B-Dub, Jim Jamal, EQ. Till next time, Tuesday.
Told you that they love you today. I do. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Go Cowboys.
Texas for life, baby.
Now y'all got the bag. What y'all gonna do with it? Let's go. Yes, let's go.
Yes, sir.